Hey everybody, I'm excited to do my first colander pour today. Okay, so here are the products that I'm going to use. I'm going to use some Spot On treadmill belt lubricant, which is 100% silicone. I have some wood craft sticks. I have some push pins, some plastic cups, a Betty Crocker colander that I found at the dollar store for like $1. Imagine that. I have some metallic purple from Artist Loft, some Liquitex silver, which I hope this Liquitex silver mix is really good. And then I have some Flow acrylic by Artist Loft black that I just put in a bottle, but I wanted to show you what kind it was. And then I have some water in case I need to add any water to it. Oh, and I forgot the Floetrol and the glue. So I'm gonna have Floetrol and school glue too. So let's get started. All right, so here we go. We're at the table, baby. We're at the table. This is where it all happens. The magic. I can't wait. This is my first colander pour, so bear with me. Let's get to mixing some paint. So let's do some Elmer's glue here. And you can use Glue All if you prefer. A lot of people say that the Elmer's Glue All works better, but I've found that just using the cheap stuff works fine for me. Well, that was a lot there. I want to make sure I have enough paint on there, on the canvas. So I'm going to mix the colors first. And let's go with this silver. Let's see what happens with this silver. Because sometimes silver can be tricky. It wants to clump up. So if the silver does get tricky and wants to clump too much, then we'll have to use another color. No, it looks like it's going to go pretty good. That's why you mix it with the glue first. If you put in the glue and the Floetrol, then that's when the silver starts to clump up really bad. So you just do the glue, which acts as a binder to the paint. I know it seems really weird for you first timers out there. Why would you ever mix glue and paint together? The glue just acts as a binder. That's all it does. So here comes the metallic purple. Perfect. I love purple. Purple is one of my favorite colors. So right now the paint is kind of thick, so that's why we'll need the Floetrol. If you can't get Floetrol in your country, you can use water to substitute it to thin the paint down. So you don't have to use Floetrol. And now the black. I want to give a shout out to my wife Amy for recording here. That way we can have two cameras and you guys can see better. Okay, so now I'm going to add a little bit of the Floetrol. Make sure it's shaken up good. And just a tad. Okay, it looks like the silver's still maintaining its consistency. Really nice. The purple, it always stays nice and consistent. I hope this turns out. I've watched a lot of colander pours and so many people do them so many different ways. I'm not going to do a spin on this one. I'm going to do a tilt. Somebody just honked their horn, so they want me to tilt. Somebody outside just honked. Okay, so got a little junk on my canvas there. So I'll set this aside. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with the black first. Oh, I forgot to add the silicone. Duh. Only need 3 little drops. Tiny little drops. That will give us some cool cells. You just want to mix that just a hair. Nothing big time. Okay, so here goes the black. And then I'm going to do the silver. That's looking really cool. I wonder what it looks like underneath. And then I'm going to do I have a little bit of black left. I'm going to do the little bit of the black. I don't like getting paint on me, you know that if you watch my videos. And then I'm going to do the purple. Man, I hope this works. I'm excited. If it fails, it fails, but I think it'll work. And I need to order some more plastic gloves online. That's for sure. I'll have to wash my hands through all this. Okay, here we go. Let's take a look and see what we got. Cool. So I'm going to start out slowly pouring to one side. That's pretty cool. Make sure I get this side where my fingers were. Oh, it's going to be some cool cells working out there too. Black is a hard paint to get off your skin. I can't believe I don't have any more plastic gloves. Oh, that's really looking cool. It's like the black hole. Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna pause and grab my camera. I see I have some on the corners here that I need to get some paint over here. So I'm just gonna pick up some paint on there, get there. Make sure you get all your bases covered, all your corners. Let's come over here and take a look. Oh man, this is looking trip. I love it for my first colander pour. That is looking awesome. You can see some of the cells happening over here. Here's a shot of what the colander looks like inside. I'll have to hurry and wash that off so I can reuse it. I wanted to show you some of the edges there. It's pretty cool looking. I'm really liking this for my first one. I think you guys will love to do this too. The center almost reminds me of the country of Australia for the black hole there. So for you watching there in Aussie land, I did a pour for you. Yay! Here we are about 10 minutes later, and as you can see, it's really starting to separate and get some cool cells going on in there. Love that silicone, that treadmill silicone. That's what really does the trick. Love it. Thanks everybody for watching my first colander pour. I'm really excited about it, and it's got a lot of purple, which is my favorite color and one of my favorite colors. And I hope you enjoyed the video.